was just thinking about training and masterminds, kind of accountability and all that sort of stuff, really. So just thought I don't know, share a couple of thoughts on the subject, really, since they're flashing through my brain. I guess, training, start there. I don't know, it's funny because I encounter obviously lots of people that do training in property in particular, I'm talking about, that do a lot of training and attend lots of events. In fact, I know people that have multiple sort of training and mastermind things all going at the same time, which probably costs a horrific amount of money. Is it worth it? I guess that's kind of where I'm going with this. And I suppose it obviously pays to know as much as you can about what it is you're doing. If you're spending your own money, absolutely, but particularly if you've got investors in with you and you are spending their money, really you need to be fully accountable for that and making sure that you are absolutely the top of your knowledge game, so as to avoid any unnecessary risk, But there are a lot of people out there who don't agree with the whole training thing and think, you can learn on the job and you don't need to go and spend the money and spend the time. And I mean, some of those people are very successful and that's fair enough, absolutely, high five. For me, I kind of feel like, the training is obviously useful. I don't know where you'd start to learn some of the stuff that I've picked up from various training events and situations. I don't know where you'd go to learn that yourself. I mean, the potential for wasting money and burning through funds is absolutely huge. Property isn't necessarily as easy as watching the old Homes Under the Hammer or whatever on daytime TV. It doesn't often work out like that. Well, I guess the bigger thing for me is the kind of constant encouragement, and it is accountability, it is encouragement, and it is just having like-minded people around you that are appropriately focused. To help kind of drive stuff forward, it benefits everybody that's involved. So it's a very positive sort of atmosphere to be in, but to connect again with people that are doing similar things and just kind of share stories and talk about what's going on in their worlds, that's a very useful thing also. So yeah, I guess there isn't really a wrong or right answer. If you ask me, if you were starting out to do property investment, I mean, why would you just crack on with it without knowing what you're doing? It just seems like a massive risk to me. Whether it's your money or someone else's, seems pretty scary. I mean, there are some sort of no-brainery type deals, I guess, particularly if you're doing the more sort of basic, rundown property type flip. I mean, particularly if it's your own home, that's a bit of a no-brainer, isn't it? But anything else, even with that, you really do need to know what you're doing. I just think it's a no-brainer. The more you can learn, the better, really. Yes, it costs money. Yes, it takes time. But I think it's worth it. Right, enough of that rubbish, John. Stop spilling your mind and imparting on everybody else.